Okay. Definitely. Okay. It is Thursday. It is 8 o'clock. It is time to start streaming once again. And I know I did say on Monday that I was going to play Elden Ring, but the Hades 2 update dropped just the other day, and I've already been playing through some of it. And so I thought I just want to keep playing it, so I might as well do it as a stream. And one of the things I'm going to be trying to do is I'm going to try and go through and get the other aspects for the weapons, try and unlock them, because I've already managed to unlock one of them, but I don't actually know what you need to do to unlock the others. A lot of the information when I looked it up just said it's that you just need to talk to the people who it's associated with. But I have talked to one or two people already, and that didn't seem well. If it did do unlock another one, I've not looked, and I actually will go check that as well. But yeah, thank you once again for obviously coming and spending some time here. So we'll start in just a second. Hopefully no noise will come into it because I've got my window open, because if for those who are not in the UK, it is quite a bit hotter than normal at the moment. It's starting to get into that sort of time of the year. So my window is open. There shouldn't be much noise coming in. I've got a fan going as well, but I don't think that's going to get picked up. Microphone looking at the readouts either. So yeah. So let's stuff across. Show it until I actually go into it. There we go. Everything's good and running. Now I will turn the volume up just a touch. Okay. Just making sure it wasn't bleeding through to the microphone. I do have my. You wonder if I need to have my big streaming light on? Because it's pretty bright and I've got my window open, some of that, so the light's going. So let's see. So
Lyn and Oros.
I have unlocked. Right, so I've definitely not. No.
What form suits you tonight?
Yeah. So I've talked to Artemis, who's supposed to give me the fourth aspect, but I don't see that yet. So the fourth aspect I've got so far has
Show me
been
our future.
on here, on the axe. It's giving me the aspect of Nurgle.
Nurgle.
This funky, great big freaking thing. It is actually quite a cool weapon, because essentially it's a massive sort of slam. But what's great is then after you do the slam, it goes. It's just destroyed. So I might try just playing with this for a bit. This is the best idea. I was going to treat to Golly somewhere here. This is level.
Closer together. Always does the trick.
One of the new things in the update, alongside the weapons, is there is now the rivals test, which is basically essentially it makes the bosses more difficult. And I've already done. I managed to beat Cyclops boss with the first one on, and I've done it with against Hecate as well, and it does change the fights dramatically. Obviously, the only way you can unlock the next ones is to beat both, and that's how it then works, going up and up. So is kind of interesting. Let's see what's
The
got.
deed is done.
And now,
So-
unto the champion
For
of
some
light,
reason, the game doesn't want
the
to actually save.
spoils.
It doesn't save when I think
Oh.
it should. Yeah, so this insane statue.
Commander, is that supposed to be me?
It is Knight's champion, foretold by fate. She who shall strike fear into the hearts of those who stand against the realm and stuff like that. I can see you're at a loss for words, such as the
Thomas,
splendor of
that's a
the
type.
likeness.
And
this
it is
just
a
the
muscle
first of
mommy
them.
type. There's definitely.
Indeed. And are the other gifts just as
That is a look on her
detailed?
face of like, the
Either way,
fuck?
I'm not so certain I can handle twice, let alone 3 times the glory, when my task is difficult enough as it is.
Ah, so then the fear is getting to you. Do not give in to it, young one. Instead, give in to curiosity about those other glorious gifts. Think of the prestige. Now you can be a little scaredy quitter.
I've actually
or
seen the
Knight's
image of what the other
champion. Which
statues
is it
look
gonna
like,
be?
and they are just as.
Do I have to decide this instant?
However long you need.
Yes.
Infinite possibilities.
The other. I should probably look at doing the other chaos trials as well. So
How about
try and get these. I'm trying to think now if what weapon did I have during the run? I wonder if it's I have to have the actual weapon to get the full aspect.
my form?
See, because that would make sense. Because I think I was using the axe when I got the unlock for the fourth aspect.
The
So
will
I'm
of night.
gonna try it that way. This. Oh, we need 10. Have we really gone through it that many?
I swear it, Nix.
Yes. I want to go the lower way then. Because if Artemis is supposed to be for the daggers, she always appears in the lower section. So, go. Actually, I'm going to switch out weapons and find something that's actually on the lower section. Oh, as we go. The bosses on the other ones. Eris is there. Another Prometheus. Bit Cyclops. Wow, it's a lot of. Actually, look at it. It's a lot of Prometheus. Actually, it's almost all Prometheus. Actually, no, yeah, it's all Prometheus except for Eris. Eris is the only one apparently that I've got to try and hunt down. Interesting. You know, with that. Just a little more if one piece of destroy this. I don't really top to try it thing, but I might have to. I'm just thinking about what the boss fight is.
To the
We'll
mountaintop.
go top. We'll go top side. I can show you what the boss fight is.
That I might find you there tonight. Whilst the Titan Kronos reels from your recent victory, his forces on the surface must be shaken and more vulnerable to attack.
You think so? Probably not. I don't think the attacks is the best way to do, given it's this. You shouldn't really get hit too much in these early ones. If I do, I'm like myself extraordinarily.
You dare.
Definitely need to keep moving because with the enemies being the later levels as well, when the testaments are put on, it's going to be a lot of trickier enemies that I'm not that's used to fighting in these areas. No, let's do isolated first. Isolated first would be good for people.
What else is here?
Let's see. Okay, good. I always tend to try and do the weapon upgrade first, because then to think more about how I want to build it out
You'll be out
afterwards.
in no time, Shades.
Not moving quickly. I don't really need to deal damage, but I'm going to do the Skull Council
The keenest
because
blades
against the
of all.
boss, in this area especially, it's going to be really useful, and then hopefully against Darius it will also be useful.
Well,
Thinking about what sort of character I might want to play next for D&D, and I definitely might do like a sort of a rogue with dual weapons. I was just finished off a module for D&D last night with a bunch of people, which it wasn't a great module. The adventure was a bit more, but I think it was just I don't know if it was the module that was the issue. It probably was, because it seemed very much like you just sort of you kept moving forward. You sort of have to use rolls to open the doors because you're in an area where it's destroyed by giants, and it just wasn't very interesting for the most part. So I don't know. It's one of those ones where I kind of want to go and try and find a copy of the module to look through it and just see, you know, is it possible something was missed, or is it just that it was just a poorly written module? How it sort of played things out, because I've played and run some utterly abysmal modules for D&D,
pylon destroyed.
where it's just not really been that fun for players. Just weightless alterations just to try and free it up. Because sometimes, like, people write modules for D&D that work in practice, work in theory, but then when you're playing it, you realize, like, no, it is not good. Really good.
Now to head back.
The one thing that didn't help me with the modules play was that the person who's our DM for the game had like sort of a heavily accented English, so it was tricky for me to understand, and I know that that's more just my own issue, because I know other people can understand it perfectly, but my brain does not do well trying to understand accented English very well, which is an issue because it does make it tricky to understand people something. I wouldn't talk to you.
Boulder.
Especially in like retail settings, it's working out as well. It's always the easiest thing. Pretty good on the damage.
And now for you.
There was just one guy left and I just didn't know it.
You say you got Kronos, didn't you, Sunshine? Last night at least, but that's the Deathless Titans for you. Never stay.
I'm gonna go so hard on making my attack be insane. Probably gonna be an issue.
Let's have a look around.
Right, we've got left. We've got the Hex, which am I going to do? Yeah, let's do Hephaestus and Hex. In terms of like additional challenges go, I don't mind doing like the more enemies, just having them be enemies from the next areas. Because that's perfectly fine by me. It doesn't feel like it imposes much of a challenge in a way. Because you know, I've played this so much, I already know how the enemies operate. All it actually does feels like it just feels like it makes it so by the time I go into the next area, I'm already.
Some bones for later use.
That looks like that should be something, but it's... Also, apparently, with this update, there is people play this game before. The Sirens have a new song, which I imagine is to do with whatever the rival increased difficulty fight is. So I'm interested to see that. I can actually go and do that. Because I'm gonna claw out your eyes is the song that I always have set to play when I get back to the main hub of the game. Notice how much I like that song.
I bid you welcome. That was the last of them. I draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
You have surpassed. A goddess may cross your path.
I did use them. I don't know what that means. The past stars and sets include a God sense effect from any of them. I actually haven't taken those yet, so I don't fully know. I wouldn't mind that. The Hex stores 50 health. Because that could be really... Well, let's find out.
Together we
Let's
shine.
find out what that means. I have been wondering. I do also need to go through and do some of the extra trinkets, because some of them I've got to the full 3 stars, but a lot of the later ones actually do. Where did the boom go? Could be really, really easy. It's just that it's been 3. I also count for this as well.
Vested in me.
Became heroic. For some reason, my brain thought I took the one I didn't take. I don't know why.
More company.
So this, what they do to increase this fight to make it more difficult, is Medea appears. And Medea basically will throw poisonous projectiles out and around the area. She will also make the Cyclops' attacks poisonous, and if you get hit with those, you begin to take constant damage. The only way to avoid that, to cure it, is you can see just at the top, just at the very top of the screen, just to the right of the building, is a pool. You've got to run to those pools, interact with them, and that gets rid of the poison.
Your toxins are so potent they immediately make me feel as though I'm
That's
burning up.
basically the triggers.
Even-
Obviously, also just avoiding the fucking poison is also very useful. Okay, I got poison immediately there. Now, the good thing is, the amount of damage she'll be able to do to him now.
You stink.
Got you then.
You want that? All I really have to do with this is just not rush in as much against them. My usual issue with bosses is that I just try and go way too hard against them, so it might be the best trick actually, is just to hold back from that sort of attack. Because I can do a huge amount of damage to it if I get close. Jesus Christ, that's it. Nope. Scorch. Scorch got him. Yeah, so that's relatively simple in terms of dealing with it. It's not
In we go.
like it's a huge issue. It makes the fight a lot more dangerous because you've got a lot more sort of stuff that can cause damage to you. But it's not too much more problematic. Right. Next boss is Eris. Could do Knucklebones. Trying to think. Good. Okay. So yeah, we'll do Knucklebones because I don't know what this fight's going to be like, and like to be able to actually just experience the fight without having
Let's go,
to
Golly.
push too much. I wonder how you backstab Typhon, because essentially there shouldn't be any way to do that. Not technically.
Shamblers ahead.
So I do know that Circe is apparently one of the people who has is supposedly wants to be one of the people who has like the fourth aspect. So get a chance to talk to her during this and try and
More.
Yep. Takes damage. Power.
Illumination.
Trying to do those mechanics
Space.
against Typhon especially really useful. Because the major issue with this particular hex is just that if the enemy decides to move, then it's hard to actually hit. The Breris, it'll probably not do too well. But against
Beg pardon?
Typhon should be useful. Prometheus doesn't actually have to move very far because he's typically long reaching, so it should work. Oh, I didn't realize my resist. Had I known.
That's that.
Dash into that.
Come on.
The path you face.
Right, or it's mid.
With Seleni's grace.
We don't
to get
need
closer.
much in terms of speed. I suppose I didn't get here. Let's go. Chains.
Not now.
Alright, no. So these seem to have also added an additional thing which I noticed earlier playthroughs, which is that if you've got the beer, which is like I said, the additional bonuses, additional challenges on, if you've got enough, there are actually special like chests around. I don't know what's in them because they have so far needed more fear points than I actually have when I'm active, so it's not interactive.
Good.
Trying to think who gives the additional increased chance boon, which I think might be
It's
Poseidon.
quiet.
Yeah, let's see.
Needed that.
You. Oh, nice. You go straight to Cersei.
The Isle of Aia.
And moat of
Good mean. Yep, Cersei has her pigs now.
knew you would arrive.
Evening, little
Cersei
pigs.
has pigs instead of sheep.
You have been a
Fun
worthy
to see.
mother to Discura, I can tell. Nurtured her appetite with many souls. I therefore wish to share with you a dream I vividly
Okay, yeah.
recall.
So it is. I need to go and
A
talk
dream
to.
concerning me and the
everyone.
Staff of Dusk, madam. That seems rather specific.
In said dream, I saw what first I thought to be a jackal, all surrounded by the dead. The sight of him was marvelous. As words reverberated in my mind, I see you guarding graves of mortals passed into the black beyond.
I see you guarding graves of mortals passed into the black beyond. That sounds like it could be a waking phrase. So if I speak it to Discura by the Silver Pool,
Then I foresee she shall reveal to you an aspect of herself. As her former bearer, your connection with me cannot be coincidence. Thus, this knowledge ought be yours.
I see you guarding graves of mortals passed into the Black Beyond.
This is interesting because you're alright, huh? Yes, I'm gonna hit the
Our Lady protect you.
because
Thank you.
I spoke to Artemis and she gave me something like that, or it might be that I'm thinking of the rivals.
Tidied up.
That's what I'm
Not
thinking
all
of.
divinities require offerings, you know. Our Olympian relatives, they have come to expect.
Olympus is well accustomed to receiving offerings from all across the land. Living here on this remote island, I don't think you're at risk of getting quite as used to it as that.
So it's two.
Good seeing you again.
Slice. So many attacks, so never recover.
Next bearing.
Probably need health. I do find it funny that they basically took away the deflect abilities. But you can still sort of get them, but you can't get them the same way that other people used them in the first game, where it basically made you nigh impossible to hit.
Icarus.
And I get it, I understand why they did it.
Good night. Sorry to interrupt.
Hey,
I need to get more.
I was so reckless when I was a kid. My father always told me to be careful. I was stuck in a bloody tower. I couldn't do anything to hurt myself if I tried.
for someone who spends so much time up in the clouds, you're far too stuck in your own head at times. This isn't a test, Icarus. It's me. And I simply like it when you're you.
Come on, Melly, look at us. You're the immortal princess of the underworld. I'm a shade of a failed apprentice who couldn't follow one simple instruction from his father and got dead ahead of schedule. This is what you like.
No, because that isn't who you are. I have no pity for you. Why do you have so much for yourself?
All I can think
Cast
is
it
that
aside.
bit in
But your true feelings, you should never hide from me.
I think it's Blackadder the second.
I'll try.
The third.
I'll definitely
When we
try.
keep talking about how
Don't be a fool.
members of her family kept going
So
like
then,
wildly different,
onward towards whatever comes our way.
like different backgrounds.
Though still appreciate the moment, yes.
Yes, she was. He was the Archbishop of Canterbury, and she was the girl who ate the dung.
How
I
is
can
it that
think
you
of
know
it.
so much about all the nocturnal arms to have devised so many custom hammer tune-ups you've conveniently left for me? The arms of night are a closely
This is
guarded
gonna give me
secret
another
with
one as
little
well.
room for improvement.
My father worked for yours, remember? Came up with the interlocking chambers of the underworld and so on. He must have earned a lot of trust. And learned a lot of secrets.
And then he shared those secrets with his apprentice, who supposedly can never live up to his lofty expectations.
If you're insinuating that I likewise earned my father's trust, fear not. When it comes to the nocturnal arms, I may have snooped around his notes and blueprints just a bit.
Oh, interesting. Which is one of the upgrades for Grace. Sorry, 2. I want nothing of the others, so yes.
Thanks. Bye.
What does that do then? Oh, so it's now 200 damage. Sorry. I can just keep from getting hit by every single stupid ass attack that comes my way. Should be pretty dangerous. It's the one that I just get to, like, I sort of stop thinking. I guess just basically just start mashing buttons all the time.
Area clear.
Is this going to be Eris now? Is this
Something to procure.
Get that, Golly? Thanks, little one. Hear me, on my authority.
Yes! Now that is exactly what we wanted. Chance space effects are more likely to occur. That means all of my stabbies should be far more effective. So that's the question mark. Whether I need the weapon, have the weapons. Oh, what the fresh hell.
See anything different about me, babe? Probably not. I haven't changed a bit. But you know what has is the adamant rail. I mean, just look at it.
Yeah, the adamant rail definitely looks different.
That must be someone else's aspect of the rail. Perhaps you did or said something to make it change its form. Though this could have been my doing as well.
There you go. Always trying to take all the credit for yourself. Well, the rail doesn't answer to you, it answers to me. And I've already figured out all the new stuff it can do. Now watch this.
Wow. Oh wait, yeah. I forgot about the knuckle. I've got the knuckle bones effect on, so no wonder she used to be huge amount of damage like straight away.
Not now. Looks like the tide's come in.
So she's not actually changed too much in the standard fight. Still as annoying as fuck, but pretty used to those fights. Try that for a second. Yeah, so she does have a way to sort of make me back up. Beam is not too accurate.
What did you just do?
I was well impressive. The good trick I've often found against Eris is to just
Not now.
like close, and when she tries to attack, just quickly switch positions. Like go quickly behind her because she struggles with her attack. Because she usually struggled with
I'm just being me.
keeping track of you. Quite a
Should have
different.
blasted at my expense again.
Whew. Thought you'd never snap out of it.
Yes, thank you, Dora. I hope I didn't cause you any concern. Have you been by my side here all this time?
What, me? No. I'm just out for a breather.
But you don't even breathe.
Cut it out.
Princess? I've come to value our companionship, Princess. So there's something you should know about me in case it becomes pertinent to us. I'm promised to another by the Fates.
Promised to another as in you're betrothed. Well then, congratulations are in order, I should think. Though to whom, if I may ask? If the Fates even let on.
Well, at the risk of being overly direct, I've concluded that she isn't you. The Fates described her as the morning light, whose luminance breaks through the darkness and reveals the beauty of the world. You're, well, different than that.
Oh, that could be Eos, I suppose. I know her sister Selene the Moon rather well, but I'm not very familiar with Dawn. Are you supposed to seek her out?
I fear I do not know. She and I are to meet at some point, but apparently not yet. When first you and I met, I thought perhaps that I might find her in this place.
It's dark here. I don't think you shall.
I realize that now.
Let me see.
Those text gas. Try to.
I'll just clean this up.
I do like both of this game and even Norman's. The slow, continuous build of the relationships with characters. Oh, Arachne. What's she doing up here?
Don't worry, I'll be fine. I know those woods out there like the back of my, leg, I do suppose. I'm always grateful for your hospitality, great Titaness.
And you are welcome here and safe, Arachne. Now, I must beg your pardon. The matters that unfold of late require more of my attention than I'd like.
I truly understand. Then I'll get out of your hair. Farewell
It's
for
interesting. I
now.
thought she was usually sort of confined down to
Farewell
the.
in turn.
Wonderful. There's no change there. Try
It'll be worth the wait.
keep making it.
As far as I can tell, the number of warships headed for Olympus has remained roughly the same night after night. Their mission doesn't seem to be affected in the slightest.
Their aim is to cut off the waterways and spread the limited attention of Olympus thin. Continue to disrupt them as you can, my lad. Though if the Harpies flock too thick, fall back.
You got it, sir. Those ships are ill-equipped against attackers from the sky, and the Harpies haven't caught up with me yet. All right, I'm off.
Good hunting out there.
This
You're
place
here,
is
Lord
weird.
Charon. The Renewal Project.
No, I don't have any of the prestige to join.
Perfect condition.
That's good.
Oh,
Some fun.
you were topside for a while.
I'm trying to balance it out that I don't want to skip the dialogue too quickly. I'm trying to give them some of the actual time.
Focus.
So let's see. I think I have upgraded most of it. It's a lot. One's further down now than the upgrade. The upgrade for that requires beating Typhon twice.
Yes.
What's that? Huh. What is this? What's that? What does it actually happen?
Should try the Silver Pool. Discura, I see you guarding graves of mortals passed into the black beyond. A hidden aspect.
Yeah,
What sort of
aspect
being is this Anubis?
Needs Here's now to the actually the Guardians of Morning Fields is the lowest. Yeah, it's the lower set. I do actually. I didn't notice that before. The items are actually set out first for the underground and then the other. There's the because Cinder is fighting Hecate. The Pearl is then Sirens. Tears are Cerberus, and the Zodiac Sand is Chronos. It's the same with the others. I do like that's quite a clever way of how it's working out. Right, so that means I need to go and deal with Cerberus. Okay, guys, the culture is getting acceleration. I don't use it. Oh, right, actually, I just go sell it. The gems have no other use than just gaining the prestige.
Some gemstones for the cause. I never quite know if all the other stuff is. Okay, no, right. So it actually does state as the evil source if. Recycle, please, broker.
Given the amount of stuff I've unlocked, it's not surprising if isn't much use for any of it, really.
Back to Gaia.
Okay, yeah, that is a lot of prestige that it's just gained. That's it. Anything else can stay as it is. Let's get Nightmare for the upgrade and some stuff as well. Dora.
Moonlight guide you.
And the sun bleach your bones.
I don't want to use. Sometimes it's right. Okay, let's do
Next
that.
renewal.
That is your
Yes.
will.
Don't know why we need a rug there, but okay.
There.
Yours is a bit more separated out. So that
Should fit the spirit of this place.
Not a problem.
so you can understand what that is. What?
Must beat having to stand around on cold hard earth.
This seems promising.
Yeah, sure.
I guess essentially at the same time, it's just the thought of the more I unlock, the more
I just can't stand ceramic jars somehow, but do your thing.
I didn't already know who Dora was.
Just so you know, the broker's floating slightly above ground.
Let's make it happen.
Gotcha.
We'd best not draw up water from this type of well, but sure.
Not too shabby.
Let's try this on for size.
Yep.
Should have a bit of
Older than
solemn
the prophecies,
stateliness
that's
near
good.
to the Fountain of the Dead.
There we go.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Fine way for someone other than me to contemplate Father's Fountain. There. Let's do it.
Whatever. Not like anybody's gonna use these, but they do look nice.
Let's try this on for size.
You got it. Ooh, I happen to like these. Good pick.
Should fit the spirit of this place.
Got it.
I wonder if Lord Hypnos would have chosen these himself.
Not too shabby.
Everything look a little bit different.
How about this?
Yes!
May these pillarettes bring Lord Hypnos some comfort.
Pretty spiffy.
These crossroads shall yet flourish as never before.
So,
Already heavily decorated over here as well.
Sure, why not?
gotcha. Should be easier to clean spills off of these at least.
Oh. It's decided.
Yeah, sure. A bit of old world charm to spruce this place right up.
Who says it is? That's all.
This sounds good.
Say no more.
Just in case the rubbish Eris strews about isn't warning enough.
There we go.
Okay. Let's see then about sirens.
Drink of the earth.
Might do, because I know one of the prophecies is to use the new mace, so I might take that with me.
Zorafat. Become even stronger.
Technical upgrades with
Making it happen.
yeah.
Another testament awaits.
Let's turn those.
That
We'll
fear
put
they
rivals
spread.
on because
I'm off.
I would like to know what the absolute nightmare is for the site.
Lord Uncle.
Ah, your journey begins anew again, young lady. Though let's see how...
Yeah, let's take specials. Only issue with this these is just going to be getting the angle correct. It's going to be the major issue. Too dissimilar for them.
You wretches.
I mean, yeah, just using the Y special attack instead for just the quick strikes is really the better way to do this. Okay, yeah, I think I've got a
See that, Golly?
somewhat got an idea. Because the AoE damage the mace does is pretty effective. It's a question, isn't it? Given how this weapon works, honestly, I don't know if that was something I should have done or shouldn't have done.
What do
you want. Olympus isn't gonna care if you give up one little blessing.
Olympus might not, but I will.
Not good enough, huh?
Arachne, I don't. Stuff is
Those shadows.
tends not to be too useful. Yeah.
What say
The
you,
speed of the attack is pretty good.
The mighty ruler of a...
Just for...
Splendid was the princess in her fight.
Thank you, hidden spiderlings. Focus, Mel.
Good on me, I can get around them
The exit's all right there.
when they've done their attack, so they don't have a chance to hit me back. It's not too... Imagine getting wrapped up by spiders only to then find Mel with a mace. 37, so we still have, yeah. So I did the other day after, or the next day after the Heroes in Storm stream, I ended up going to play a couple of games before I had to head out. And one of them I did about as well as I did on stream, and on the other one I did so insanely well it was ridiculous. We ended up being about, I think, like 3 levels ahead of the opposing team constantly. And they just could not do anything to us. It was probably one of the best games I've actually played. Me playing as May. And I basically kept just shutting down the opposing team's attempts to do any damage because I kept blinding them. Especially the Varian, who kept trying to charge in and strike at our characters. I would just immediately throw a snowball at him to prevent the attack, and then just go to town and get him out at it.
I can use this.
Let's see. I would like, because I'm trying to increase attack speed if possible. No, but I will take a 50% reduction in most range shots. I could do.
Here, little fish. That's a bite.
Yep.
I got him over.
If I catch an enemy in the attack, they just disintegrate. One before the boss, so let's go to the shop.
Here's the gold.
Selene.
The oath of the unseen compels you to exceed your limitations, but do not look forth.
Hex visiting slow.
In the name of Hades. I guess it's a chance to do. For the battle to come.
So, Hecate's challenge basically has it so she
You
has
look
her
upon the oath of the unseen
alternates
night.
up all the
Fear
time.
manifest.
So you've
I
got to
believe in.
constantly work out which one she is. It's not that difficult to do because she'll tend to be the only one who actually directly attacks. The others don't. So yeah, she's there. The others will do the AoE attacks, stuff like that, but they don't move their shields. It does allow you to actually work out. Well, most of the time she's got pretty much the same attack patterns. One difference is you'll see when she tries to do her hex. When she goes to do her hex, instead of it being one shot, it's multiple. It splits into three. It's an absolute nightmare. Surprised actually. Nope. Trying to avoid getting hit by that. Three.
If you could see yourself.
So much. It's. I can obviously outrun it to a degree, but yeah, it's just the minute when it gets close, it's far more difficult to actually avoid it.
Total eclipse.
Yep. There's one thing I've learned from the previous fights, it's that she tends to... The AI tends to have her hide at the back. Gosh. That's the thing, I can avoid the attack and then just absolutely lay into her with the mace. It will just decimate her health. Which is why I'm actually quite glad I picked that slowdown time ability as well, because that is going to allow me to get away with that a lot. At least I'm happy.
Allow me.
Sirens, the next up. Dealing with this. Yeah, do Ares, because then we can try and some of our a compel and a might.
Onward.
I can only imagine what the Siren's change is going to be, because
That briny smell.
good lord, like, just if you think about the change of the other ones, what could the Siren's be?
Water spouts activated. Out of my sight.
I mean, yeah, I trap them in the cast and then just go absolute ham onto them with the mace. That's definitely gonna do it. Yeah.
Don't look down.
Sweet.
Be gone.
There's an AoE for this mace. It's sick. It's going good. Just trying to do one of the prophecies. Means I need to get to Kronos with the new mace aspect.
That's settled.
The possibilities.
Base one. Let's need a slight increase in time. So boss fight, health. I don't know what the new version of the Silence fight is. So health, boss fight.
Vaporized.
With all those enemies there, I was bound to hit. Some of the new boss fights are a bit more difficult. Not struggled too much on doing the starting runs of doing like to the underworld. Going to Olympus, that's usually been far more difficult. It's the final boss. He's a nightmare.
Oh no.
Sorry, rat boss again. This is the best boss possible for this map. Nice. Ran into the attack. That was useful.
Monster.
Dash goes for the full blaze. Track for his weapons will. That's what she's right. So, my base attack is weird.
Peace can wait.
Yeah, I've not found the. I've only found the new boss fights difficult because I'm so not used to them that it's throwing me a bit more. It's the fun of the game, really. They introduce new versions of the bosses and you have to try and deal with that. That. Steam. Yeah, both the original Hades and Hades 2 are really fun. I am a big fan of Supergiant's games. They just have made so many good games. I think the only games of theirs I haven't played is Pyre. And I have that, I just haven't played it. It's a very different game from what I know. It's essentially a sports game. Right, just keep running into the AoE. I will just shoot it. Where you at? Where you at?
A gift.
What are we on? Location 22. Right, so that means bosses will be after this next encounter. Okay.
Limestone.
So, extra health.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Move strike speed in this location. Okay, let's see just how different this boss is because it's very different already.
One of our proud sponsors made all our dreams come true. A brand new stage and a collaboration with one of the biggest names this side.
It's Charybdis and the Sirens. Oh, Jesus. Oh, you evil.
Charybdis, here with you. This is no sponsor's doing, but the will
Oh,
of
this is
night.
going to be interesting.
As fear spreads, so do these manifestations of nightmares. My own, apparently.
Badmouth our sponsor. Oh, you
I tell the fact that she's got the Kiss style makeup as well. Like.
debuting our latest single thanks to them.
I've been streaming this for just a little over an hour,
The first part.
and good lord, I don't even know how long I've actually spent playing it. I'd have to. Well, let's have a quick look to answer that question because I actually do wonder myself. I'm currently on 61.8 hours. Almost 62 hours having played this game in total. Okay, the good thing is, this is not actually that different. It's just added in Charybdis' attacks. Charybdis' attacks are not that different. Just have to be aware of it. Don't know, I should be able to absolutely wreck Roxy if I just keep hitting her here. Oh, they've actually got things now so it blocks you if you try and just stand there and destroy Roxy in the back of the drums. You clever bastards. I was playing Heroes of the Storm the other day. I've done. I'm trying to think of something. I did Doom Dark Ages recently. I did do like a full stream of Bioshock Infinite because I was doing the 1999 mode. What did I do? What did I do recently? Long playthrough. You can't think? Oh, Robocop. That's what I played. Yeah, I did all of the Robocop game, Rogue City. Let's take out the drums and the guitar. The lead singer. This guy. The bullet hell of Charybdis. Constantly having to dodge the other massive area of effects. Interesting. Let's try and dodge. I was not a big fan of Doom Dark Ages. I just really couldn't get into it. I found the story was a bit lacking as well. I actually just kind of stopped playing it like midway through on stream, so I just wasn't having fun playing it. But I can perfectly understand that other people like actually enjoying it. I really did. So. Jesus, why is this? Oh, there we go. Took out the drums, and they took me. I have to solidly think about that's a lot more difficult.
I'm not a fan. Sirens are amphibious. You know their weaknesses, Phrenos?
Hey. You know, back when you got me on your whole renewal project thing, I knew what you were up to, Mel. Nothing like a bunch of busy work to make you stop thinking about the pointlessness of your existence, right?
I never saw it as a bunch of busy work. Look at how much we've been able to accomplish here. This place is flourishing. The other shades seem energized.
You really think so? What I was going to say is, at some point the busy work started to kind of grow on me.
If it doesn't feel pointless, it isn't.
No, it wasn't it's not like disliking story-driven games. I mean, I played all of Rogue City, and that is a story-driven game.
Fresh from the pot.
It was just,
These crossroads flourish.
the story for Doom the Dark Ages, I felt suffered because I did not give a flying frig about any of the other characters. They tried to build them up, and I felt like it was just... It was pointless because you didn't know who those people were. Like, despite them trying to have exciting things happen to them.
Shouldn't be too long.
And it bugged me that the Doomslayer was a extraordinarily passive protagonist, because he just had nothing to do other than to be dropped into an area, fight, and then the story moved on without him doing anything. And that was what the issue was.
It can't be. I did confront a rodent of extraordinary savagery, but...
I could probably do like an entire... I probably could talk for a while about what I think are the issues with Doom Dark Ages story, like from an actual writing perspective, but that was just... I just wasn't interested in the story, and just nothing about it drew me in.
We bid you welcome to the vanguard of the underworld.
Conceal us, O Knight.
Even though RoboCop Rogue City story was not that much, like, wasn't that interesting, but it was still a thing where you had RoboCop being the actual protagonist and actually moving things along instead of just having stuff happen around him. Two more nightmare. One more nightmare spells up. Where's... Oh, interesting, actually. That's not a rank 5. That one is, and that's gone with the rank. No, yeah. Rank 5 is that. Still don't know how to unlock the other aspects. Well, if there is anything you have to specifically do. Just have those. Interesting. Right. I do want to unlock this aspect of Anubis and see what that's like. Let's go fights. Don't get those from.
How goes it with the never-ending torment stuff?
The Arms of Night. They're reacting to the oath, I think. Growing stronger as a test.
Now that is what I like to hear.
Oh. I wonder, is that what I have to do then? Is it just...
Yeah, take the vows.
The more of the testaments I do, the more goes up. The more the other aspects go. What? That would make sense. Still all having to fight Prometheus.
Ignium.
Broken damage. Testers. Yeah. I'm trying to keep to a set time frame, which I did sort out setting up a schedule thing on the channel page. So it's 9 o'clock on a Monday, 9 o'clock start on a Monday, 8 o'clock start on a Thursday, and then tomorrow it'll be another 9 o'clock start. So I've been going sort of back and forth.
The Oath of the Unseen.
So deployment.
For the family.
Good. Yeah, it just sort of, that time just sort of works for me and just what I'm up to the rest of the day.
Burn brighter, Ignium. Lovers. Grandmother.
Ranged weapons on this is so much easier.
Cool and brisk.
Meter, Celine, let's go for the amount of speed.
You shades are getting out of there. The messenger.
Gotta check up on a couple of things.
Natural slow bow, most range speed slower. If I was on the underground, I'd do the slow speed. That's not as, yeah, it's not means. Let's do dash more frequently because
Cheers,
that will be useful against certain spots.
Appreciate the help.
Especially Prometheus, because guessing. Yeah, I think the you know, I have put it in about the schedule stuff. I don't know obviously where to. I don't know about putting it onto the screen and stuff, but it is. There are so many like smaller things I probably should look to. The one thing I keep saying I should do is just record and edit a quick like starting up like video, or even just like an image or something, while making sure that everything's running. At the moment I'm just mostly just focused on trying to cultivate getting people here and actually playing games. Here's the issue, you don't really know what's the best way to go about getting everything increased in size and bigger.
Should put a dent into that barrier. In the name of Hades.
Yeah, double damage and freeze, yes, there we go.
Never get enough of those.
I'm good on that for the moment. Anything that, like, basically, for the moment, given how little of anything my channel is, I don't really want to be getting people to this.
Peace, sir.
I'm just about to start. The more, the better.
Special placements actually quite hard.
Hear me on my
Avoid
authority.
all. Fix these.
The lion's share.
Seeds.
Secret room.
You make it to the mountaintop as yet? In case
What do you mean, Typhon?
the Olympians want to abide some half-god. My favor in exchange for drink?
I understand. Never that.
Yeah, let's do some and see what we get. The other thing with this should be that I won't have to deal too much with getting super close. Cyclops boss. Really freaking useful.
The
Graded
lion
version
counts
is
now.
absolutely.
So mote it be.
No, don't. Oh, actually, no. Let's do the increased magic.
Incoming. I can do this.
Stuff, so it's keeping it. So it's full. Although I don't. I think I tried that trick. Look at me. Hi, Herc. I'm gonna come steal things, and you're gonna have to left me nothing. So it's
I need that. Which one?
Death to our foes.
right.
Good evening, you two. Such appalling silence in these outskirts. I've grown too much accustomed to the bustle of the city.
Lady Medea, does Headmistress even know what you're doing here?
Great Hecate knows all. But now that you are matron of the oath, the consequences are yours to decide. And tonight, you spoke.
How about you don't have to aim this and just lock on to the nearest enemy? It's so annoying you have to actually direct.
They're diseased.
Yep. Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Oh, good. I think it actually stopped me from getting poisoned then because he grabbed me for a second.
Poisoned.
I never say into existence like an
Wake up down there.
Didn't expect that, that's for sure. Move to get rid of the poison, I ended up getting more poison.
Not finished.
Okay, I still lost a life in that one, but it's not too bad.
Where'd Lady Medea go?
A shade needs you.
Let me help you.
We were just saying about
this then.
Got all three.
Onward, Golly.
Gotcha.
Looks like a shrimp.
How dare you, millet away? One issue at the moment is just
Stand down.
doing a lot of damage. It's consistent, a lot.
Here you go.
Special delivery. Illumination. Time to abandon ship.
have to close my window. Otherwise, if I leave it open, all manner of bugs will start trying to make their way in.
Delivery arrived.
Wow, that fight
Good
didn't last
job.
long. First shots, golly, that gets me.
The ship's helm.
I don't know, I was saying about, I feel like I wasn't doing a lot of damage, but I've been tearing through some of these enemies. These sword speed.
The underworld's power. Cheers, Gunny.
Need to stop accidentally dashing into attacks.
These always come in handy.
The game seems like just juddering slightly for
Cotton plant
those
and
watching.
shard of You're just in time. You have arrived here swiftly, Poppet. And I presume that it was not so...
I have his boon this night. The gods are not so embattled that they cannot aid me in my voyage, and our strength is greatest when we...
It's simply that the gods have limited awareness
You've had a
of
very
my
that I
whereabouts,
just said I
and
needed to
I
go
would
and
keep it thus.
do like go and fight Cerberus, and I've just completely forgotten about doing that.
So mote it be.
Felt that for sure. Thank you
But
for
it does,
having
I
me.
do think that the way the aspects are unlocked is by doing the testaments. That seemed to be what was implied dialogue earlier. The fact that I got one new testament, one new aspect soon after the update, but I didn't seem to get the next until after I'd done some of the challenges, makes me think that it definitely needs to be that consistent. It's a good way to do it. You're incentivized to actually do the
For me. Now for the captain's wheel.
No, let's keep getting it. Pretty happy with this setup I've got at the moment, so the only thing I really need is just to make sure that towards the end game, I'm going to be able to take it. Although I do know they nerfed Mayfon a little bit to make him just a touch easier.
Let me show you the way. Rest easy now. Go for it,
A
Gully.
soul no longer lost.
Nicely done.
It's an interesting thing where I think when I got the first
End of the
new
line.
aspect, it did actually end up there was a voice that played,
Olympus,
like a brief
accept this message.
moment of dialogue that even like Melina Wave noted that she wasn't sure who it was. I didn't see it at the time, so I actually don't know if because I know obviously all the voices have different like font colors, stuff like that, and I'm questioning if it could actually be Nyx's voice. I do not know. It would make sense for it to be. Okay, Ares.
Farewell, Lord
Ares,
Charon.
let's see if this time
Can I hear first? Earlier, the rail magically switched over to this other style again, like it knew you were on the way. I also knew you were on the way. Pretty easy to.
Have you any idea whose aspect that even is? Or why your ancient fate forged weapon?
No, you talk like I'm supposed to be afraid of this thing when you're the one staring down the part that shoots.
Do you feel like I recognize which aspect it is, but I can't remember from the original game? Oh yeah, it is. The fact it's Ares the Lightbringer, so it's it's the it's Lucifer. just stay out of this moon. I did think this would be not too useful against enemies. I don't like these enemies. Yep, hit. Heal.
I'll make this count.
I'm not actually entirely sure how I'm supposed to avoid the beam.
You want more?
I'm gonna have to
That's
avoid
right,
it.
Miss Perfect. Go on home and cry.
I'm sure there is a way to avoid it, isn't there?
Mel, wake up.
Hey, one
wanted to tell you, thanks for bringing back all of my terrible old memories I tried desperately to erase. I'm serious.
As far as I'm concerned, that was your choice more so than mine. I wanted to support you as a friend. We both knew what you would discover.
I don't know about painful. That's one of the good things about being a Shade. No more pain.
I do count that as pain. It's not the same as being struck full force by Nemesis, but it can hurt more deeply, and the healing process can take longer, by a lot.
I guess so, but the other stuff's just not as interesting, you know?
I'm glad.
Oh.
See you around.
Princess. Something unusual occurred, Princess. The fated list scrolled to a point that caught my eye. What it said made little sense to me, though I'm implored to tell you.
Oh,
See your spirit's glimmer as the metals underneath the earth.
So that's
I see your
another
spirits glimmer as the metals
aspect.
underneath the earth. That sounds much like a waking phrase. Headmistress told me of them when she lent me the nocturnal alms. When you think on it, what do you see?
A demon of some sort. A mask-like face in shadow. Some nocturnal realm, not necessarily our own. Who is this?
We'll soon find out, I think. Likely a bearer of the arms of night, but whether past or future, I can't say.
I may have just fulfilled part of a prophecy in relaying those words.
I think so. I see your spirit's glimmer as the metals underneath the earth. A fated list of minor prophecies.
From the shadows.
Yes, I really do have no idea.
Cool when I
You
myself first
unlock
grasped the flames of Ignium.
All it takes is a bit of light to
You just it's just like the game's just going, oh, okay, now you can do.
possibility. Power to change.
You have this.
You and Commander Skelemius both were great and famous sailors.
Oh, great sailor is an understatement, goddess. They say his exploits rivaled even mine.
We're fortunate to have you both.
The minute they are able to free Zagreus and he comes back and tells us
Should
that
try the pool.
they've been lying to him, that lying to her the entire fucking time, she's
Ignium.
gonna be.
I see your spirit's glimmer as the metals underneath the earth. The hidden aspect of Supe.
Shadow. Okay, so as usual, we have to go. Where do we get Shadow from? Bruno College in the Shadow Extraction. Can't look at now because. Oh.
Take all the time you need.
I go and do some of these. That will actually
This vision I accept.
type passages.
Something's happened.
One of your relatives devotes himself to war.
There is a stir of something different in the air tonight.
Let's see. So damage, it's plasma. She's got speed, right? There's. Okay, so it's a lot of them spilling with plasma that restores it. Okay.
Greater might.
So this entire challenge is just going to be trying to gain plasma, so that'll be big stuff. Okay.
Lord Ares.
Great textile flutes.
You test my patience. Enough of this.
It's see that was going to explode in kilometers, I don't think. Damage to surrounding.
Seems rather heavy still. Laughable.
Man, it's just wiping out. The next challenge I do, if I use the axe, I'm going to set it so there's more enemies in areas.
They're drawn to the moonlight. Shades, I release you.
This was a run in the Chaos Challenge. I don't know. Yeah.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Additional damage to the armor, but
War rages. Felt that for sure.
that's fine. Get nice and grouped up. That will really extraordinary.
Still in their shades. Hear me, on my authority. The strength of Earth.
And oh. Shit. Oh, it's okay. These are these chaos challenges, so it's not too surprising.
Okay.
Final one.
Let's get the lay of the land.
Well, how just one of them just always seems to escape me for a moment, so I can't find it. So Imperium joins automatically. Well, that's gonna be final boss fight pretty quick. The boss fight for here pretty quick. Boss fight pretty quick.
I have the gold.
You again? Where'd that one witch go? And all the bodies, huh?
You and all of us are subject to the will of Night Cyclops.
You want things easy.
That's
I'm not sleeping, no one is.
the amount. His health is just gonna disappear. Every hit just makes me stronger. That's ridiculous. Kind of got stuck there.
Sleep well, Cyclops. Check. I'm ready. Return to Shadow now.
Another trial successfully completed, Spawn of Hades.
Phew. Trial complete.
Get him. Oh my. Where is it? That's so sad. Right. Should have finished off the show. More to go. Yeah, I'll do another small one.
Let's see here. Again. The pitch black stone transported me. What happened to me?
So this was we damage for pitch. Cast because lightning bolts. Okay, so it looks like moving around a lot's going to be the name of the game. Just deal with it. Really looks common, deal more damage. Choose the mix them up. So let's do first specialist. Okay, and I need one wind elemental. One wind elemental to increase the reactor. And if I do, that would then set off Uncommon Grace. Okay, so I know exactly what I've got to do. And that's it.
Spotted them. This is the Titan's fault.
I don't know what for some reason I thought the boss for this bit was like beneath it. still a problem. Not as much.
Eagle. Lord Zeus.
You underworld goddesses and gods all know each other, do you not? If you could please notify Nyx's pest of a daughter, Eris, that she has no permission.
A boon awakened.
Everything else.
One more chamber.
My mood darkens again, my dear, although it makes me rather generous, I think.
It says, what if you...
Our bond renewed.
I pressed A button too early. Happen. It's fine. It's cool.
One remains. Lord Hermes.
This time I've got my...
What's Hermes offering this eve? Should get here soon enough.
This is one. When you're grouped together, that's perfect for me. It feels like you do more damage.
Reckon my dad will be of help in all this. Lord Zeus, he...
Attacks and specials. That's probably going to be
Accept this gift.
pretty useful. Given issues
Perhaps I'll knock some sense into you yet. I don't think so.
do not do well these times. I'll get a lot of damage to them. It's getting there. It's slow. Do not think my fight against Prometheus is going to go well or long. most likely be I'll get in there, he'll punch me once in the face, and that will be. I could have done the armor one, but I don't. Not at this point. At this point, I'm probably just gonna keep going, wait, see if I die, and then go back to do I mean, part of the reason doing this wasn't to try and clear the actual thing, it was just to make the time move. Then I can get the other components in. I guess Prometheus.
Turn to shadow now.
Its outcome was but one of many possibilities.
Ugh, my head still aches.
Right, shadow extraction needs the fake fabric.
What are you doing here?
Absolutely nothing.
Fair trade. Essences of shadow to the surface rise. This'll take a little while.
Got anyone I can talk to? Do gifts? Do. Could help with that.
Ugh.
Oh, this is Basils.
Lord Moros, would you accompany me to the springs again sometime?
I feared you'd never ask again, Princess. Oof. I surely can get used to this.
Your relationship with the Fates sounds like it must have been a complicated one. You've
The other
never
part of the
been on your
game does
own,
very
have you?
sort of
I haven't.
like you can
They're my
tell that they
sisters and my
are
elders.
well,
I grew up
at
under
least
their watchful
very
eye,
likely
and I'm
mostly
more
naked,
than their brother. I
mostly
was their
dressed.
guardian.
But it is
But I
very
couldn't
well sort
protect
of
them in the end.
done. So it's sort
Perhaps
of
they always knew I'd
simply
fail
sort of tasteful nudity,
loved
or
me anyway.
still not actually nudity.
You
Again,
can't
I think
go thinking like that. You had one of the most important responsibilities in the world. The Fates are as all-knowing as they come, aren't they? Then it's
Princess, would you just let me wallow in my misery a bit? Ah, no, wait. Forget it. It's gone. A mighty incantation on your part just now.
Anyway, I know you love your sisters, but
Perhaps. These springs are good.
nor I.
I do like how just in the original
I
Hades,
think I really needed that.
is
And
they
always
basically
wonderful
have
to
like
your
two
company.
separate relationships going on. There's Millenway and Icarus, and then Millenway and Eris. Then for all we know, it could be Millenway and Eris as well.
Yes, lads. Even I get a break from time.
Right. But no. Shadow's just finished. That's good. Let's go have a look. So I think I only needed one to unlock the new weapon.
The depths of the Silver Pool. Grant me the aspect of Supe.
Does everybody get an aspect now?
There's more to this aspect.
Oh, so that's... And the other thing that is very different in style because she's now floating. Which is sort of similar to the movement of the other weapon. It doesn't have... Oh.
Commander Skelemius, sir. I can't.
That's interesting.
I can't move. Magic's back to full.
So that is weird. So there's no actual...
Not impressed.
Show the commander.
Weak.
I don't understand how they work.
Forged by the fates.
The thing is, it fires automatically. Oh. Okay, we'll have a look at that because that seems very, very different. Very
Will
curious.
this truly come to pass?
Okay, yeah. Means things go run anyway with it, so let's go do. Yeah, we'll keep rivals on because
Moon Knight
still
guide
get
us.
the chance to drop it.
Let's give you a little.
Again, dodge chance, crucible boons you have. Yeah, let's do dodge chance.
Let's pick up the pace.
That is a weird weapon. That is. That is, yeah, that is definitely. Like with the when you first used the adamant rail.
Bones for the
The
broker.
original, this is just. Only now, I really can only wonder about the potential upgrades.
Spoilers again.
I definitely am going to want to get the magic increase though, because it is so heavily reliant on the special.
Last I had heard, the Silk Weaver Arachne dwells down there.
I don't even know how that counts, how that works. It's such a weird, different fight and way of fighting that I really don't know. It's kind of feel weird, like not doing anything for the most part. Like I'm just sort of moving, and that's it. You can see, especially this early area, they're pretty powerful.
You've seen it? Our mountains like...
Alright.
Oh, little fly, come sit and rest your wings.
Yeah, that's the only issue. The auto attack will auto attack. It will
Drink of you.
just do it no matter what.
Breathe a little. I never truly stopped to think how much alike we are, the two of us.
And you should be the most renowned, most beloved weaver in all the land.
It isn't. It isn't.
Alright. Let's see. Hex. I think I have a hex. Cast deal of damage.
How does that feel?
Same thing.
My, this is beautiful, thank you.
Decent armor.
Come now, this is all too much. If I were still myself, why I'd be blushing from my cheeks to my toes. It's just...
I like getting you such things, Arachne.
It most certainly shall. I won't forget your kindness.
Keep on spinning.
I wonder if thinking about the original game and like some of the other stuff where we
do that.
trying to get Narcissus and Echo back together, so that is one of the things going to be making it so Arachne gets to be at least in some way human again. Because that almost feels like the actual life.
Some bones. Get that, Golly?
Short work.
Sister Artemis.
There's a particular chill in the air tonight. I almost broke a sweat.
The Testament of Night is what?
Well then, in shadow we serve, to shadow we return. Here.
Dash seconds. That's probably not a bad idea, given that they Omega attack, so the is actually
this moonlit
directly
grove in Erebus.
direct control.
When we first met.
Attention, yes, it probably would be. Take a boon that actually increases my health with
Who's next?
Yeah, Arachne. Bit of a different order to it. Nice order.
The woods
Well,
aren't so cool.
just make sure it's actually. Not quite figured out like what positioning for the attack is. Like I know it's automatically attack, but it's.
I heard you speak the vow of rivals at the Oath of the Unseen. Then you shall soon confront your headmistress.
Together we shine. Valuable enough.
To warn me that the next one would be the fight against it.
A digging spot.
I can use this. In the name of Hades.
First, now we should stop. Further by gradual start. Any restoration of magic is going to be very, very important for this. And my attacks are way more powerful.
The umbral flames of Ignium at your command. You use them in your own way, not merely copy my technique.
You always said once I was ready to brandish the flames that I will...
Just so. I always favored these old flames.
So well to goes on for so long.
Behold the moon. Could have avoided that.
I think I need something where it's where it allows me some modicum of defense when I'm doing the Omegas. That's the issue I'm having. Idea for them. Yes.
The leaf.
Leaf will just power that up a bit.
Look upon me. See you in the crossroads. Downward.
Each of them should be on this with the fucking Sirens of Christmas now that all I'll have to do is pay attention to attacks and avoid anything instead of having to try and attack and avoid.
Spouts are up.
It does make that this sort of fight a little simple.
In we go. The underworld's power.
Oh man. What? Not seen you too much lately. I figured you'd moved on.
I've had a few things to take care of on the surface recently, so I've been spending...
I mostly noted more unwanted gifts piling up. Get rid of one of these for me, would you?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Need
Alright,
the
fish.
silver for upgrade. Which upgrade right now is that?
No escape. I caught a gutter pop.
I'm happy for you too.
Go float someplace else.
That should be interesting. Dun.
Onward. Hear me, on my authority.
There are such creatures born of nightmare and the sea, which floated.
I think I just stepped in one. For me.
Let's look at the weapon upgrade. If I could get something that allows me to...
The fig leaf took effect.
That was useful. Okay, it takes fire to fire deal plus damage, which is faster. All interesting. But I like the thought of it doing
my way.
it doing.
This was stolen from us.
Yeah, that's definitely. You know what I mean? It might be a thing where if I know I'm going to try and do like a hard run using this weapon, I'll look to actually have the Arcana card on that makes the Omega stuff charge quicker, because I don't think I actually have that on.
Greetings, my dear. I should go.
Do not have.
Chase horizons till they disappear. Aeolus hears when you pray.
I've got far off though. I need one earth, one.
My mother's strength. Join me. Be free.
Let's see how she deals with this, because this is going to be interesting against this boss. It's going to be very, very interesting.
Better song?
Even bigger venue, possibly. Even better songs, impossibly. Because her music is already the best. We could always make more if we really want. This song's called
Just thinking, one of the things Supergiant Games could do if they really wanted is to host a concert. They've got so many songs and glitches of the different games. It would actually work. Music for this boss fight, any of the music for this boss fight is awesome. Alright, so go to Jay, try and box. Still a lot of stuff to try and dodge out. Okay, put this down, it's just them. Just take advantage of the time. Okay. Jay's down. Just her. The problem is it's struggling to hit. It's, I think because it's hitting the wrong side, it's hitting the shell, so the game thinks it's blocking it. Which technically it is, I guess. But that's why instead of just this fight finishing, it's struggling. Yeah, you can see that it just keeps. That's the thing that we have to try and change. That's she should be dead. It's only because the blocking. Yeah, that is definitely a problem.
In you go.
It's trying because it was as it was spinning, it was hitting, but because of the way the thing is set up, it just kept getting blocked. They couldn't actually detect that it should be able to hit.
Huh. Try another one, maybe.
The next one's Cerberus, so I shouldn't have that much issue with fighting them. But I'll do Knucklebones just for the time being. It's lost all. What a health. Just oh.
Smackers.
As you can see now, even just these basic attacks on these. The only reason that Scylla wasn't immediately getting murdered was just because it kept taking the block. I think I got too close to the thorns there, and it
In the name of Hades.
ended up getting blocked.
Haste.
Yeah, so the next Omega attack is a focused fire. Whereas Y makes it speed up.
Cleared up.
Close enough to die.
I think I'm finished here.
Capacity. I don't think they're much abilities.
Let's begin. Sudden surge.
Oh, and I accidentally got exactly the thing I was hoping. I don't think I talked to Echo. Spoke to Echo on a run. It's being changed. don't know if there's a way to turn power, special attacks, fire. I'm going to do the
2 to go.
fire father do one.
Illuminate my path.
The path of stars.
Two down.
Getting murdered. Do nothing about it.
Corruption cleared. Corrupted shades. Flourish.
Aid from a relative of yours.
It's actually still attacking them while I'm in this menu. I'm safe because they can't actually harm me. That's interesting. They were getting killed while I wasn't actually even doing anything. That's fun. Weird when I was into my attack.
Felt that. Go for it, Golly. Appreciate the help.
Keep literally running around in circles.
It's over.
Not really running out of magic right now, so it's Slay enemies quickly. Wow.
Thank you, Father.
She slayed them so quickly the timer didn't even go down. It's a totally powerful weapon. It is
Olympus, I
hilarious.
accept this
How well.
message. Lord Charon.
I don't tend to use the Omega moves a lot, so it's kind of funny this weapon is so heavily reliant on them. It is solidly destroying servers.
You get out of here.
Already at half health, and we barely even started the fight. Let's go on it.
Now I release you.
This is subtly powerful weapon.
Nightmarish Cerberus.
You're looking better already. Some seeds.
Maybe I have to run there to get
This way.
set tears so we can need to actually. Oh. I don't know, I could get rid of that because it didn't seem like it was actually very useful.
Done. The tooth.
Not that I'm thinking that Cronus is going to be that difficult. Given that I destroyed Cerberus's health so quickly that he went down to half health soon after we started.
Oh no, I'm here.
And I cannot actually think of the last time Kronos actually was able to kill me. Like, I struggle more on the top side than I do on any part of the lower map.
Get him, Golly.
Really?
4 chambers to go. Greetings, Father.
The savage watchdog.
Cerberus has been quite agitated, and I'm realizing why.
Just about every monster I've confronted probably is traceable to type.
I doubt that too. It seems like... Granted.
I shall return.
Anything that uses magic is going to be the one I'm focusing things on, because just this weapon uses so much magic.
More Satists.
In attacks. Yeah, that's the chest that I haven't been able to claim any of yet, because you need 10. I don't think I've... I need to do one that's sort of 10 fear next.
Let's go then.
I actually fixed it so that it doesn't stay like stuck in the middle for half the fight. That's the problem with it. A bitch. This weapon is having the what I like to call the Gunstar Heroes problem. Because it locks onto anything it can, it's trying to hit stuff that I don't want it to hit. The reason I called that the Gunstar Heroes problem is because in the old game Gunstar Heroes, that was on the Mega Drive, there was a gun that I liked to use that would basically like tracking shots, but the only problem was it had a bad habit of attacking stuff that you could technically attack but couldn't actually take damage, so it occasionally made it wildly useless. That is the problem here. There's a couple of things I think they do need to maybe just alter a little on this weapon.
Getting that for me?
Like, I like the idea of it, but it suffers from the just the issues that you sometimes get with stuff where it's an auto fire with attack. Like for that's not too bad. Like, I can just go and fire off at some of the other stuff. Problem otherwise.
Well, here we go.
I actually wonder, because I know you can do like the report back to them, so might be a thing that maybe I'll see about how you can do that, because that would be a thing to say to them. Just like, the weapon, it's an interesting weapon, but it just has these two moments where there's issues and the weapon doesn't work in the way it's correct. I'm sure other people will report it as well. Good idea to you.
All right.
I don't want to try and prime more. I'll wait for my the insane mix of abilities kind of makes up.
Always use more.
Right. Are the doorways? Nope. Just... Given the
Down there.
numerous fights I've had against Cronus, it should not be too difficult. I have... I want to buy the Nightmare, but I'm going to get the additional death.
Olympus, I accept this message.
This is Heartthrob.
Good.
And I am not doing that. So the number of times I've done that, the anvil, swapping out 1 for 2, just gone horribly wrong. Every single time. Because it gives its...
Mighty Supe, now make ignium.
I wish it was the thing with I wish it was the thing where it gets rid of one at random, but then you can pick what the other two are. But because it doesn't,
that politely.
It's a weird system. It just doesn't work. As I was saying, this fight is not difficult. Not given the number of times I've actually done this fight. At this point, this fight is relatively simple. I always forget that it isn't. Forget about it, that one's an 8. Stage. So all I'm gonna do is just sort of stand still for the most part. Wait.
I don't think so.
I do like that they've added that now where there's actually enemies that will start healing. It it makes the fights just a little bit more difficult. Unless, of course, you've got a weapon that's outstripping the hero, which I had a couple of times recently. It's healing with like 45, but it doesn't actually really outstrip the damage I'm putting out. So. There we go.
How is this possible?
They would have to really ratchet up the difficulty for the Kronos fight for it to be a challenge.
Phascelameus.
Yep. It's funny. Like, the last few times when I've completed them, I've looked at what the time has been for the run stats, and it has usually been about 30 minutes. But this was a little longer, it took me 31, but the last couple that I've done against him, I think was like 29 minutes. It is interesting. See that sort of the level of consistency.
The remains of time.
He's trying to attack it.
From the shadows sprang the peerless witch Melinoe, and back to shadow she returns for now. We shall resume her tale at another time.
Ouch! Return to shadow now.
So, I'll be excited for the for when it gets to the full release. Okay, so that is 3 hours. That is the end of the stream, which is pretty good that we've timed it, so I managed to actually beat Kronos right at the end. I will be back tomorrow. I don't know if I'll keep playing more of this, because obviously we did a good chunk of what I wanted to do, unlocked some new aspects. I know what I need to do next to get some of the other ones. I'll probably play it during the day and see if I get any further. So tomorrow then might be that we then go ahead with playing Elden Ring, because I said I was going to do. But I'll see, because there might be other stuff. I might find something else I'm more interested in playing. But yeah, but hopefully you have enjoyed the stream and you enjoyed seeing more of Hades 2, because I continue to love Hades 2. Ridiculous, to a ridiculous degree. The fact that I got it when it first came out, and have then kept coming back to play it with every new update, and to keep playing it, even, you know, it's like been, I think it was a couple of months back, or it was last year, that was like they hit the year milestone of it being in early access. So the fact that even a year later I'm still coming back to it and still enjoying playing is a sort of testament to how fun the game is, even when it's not even in a fully finished state. But yeah, so hopefully you've enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you tomorrow should be around 9 o'clock GMT. I might try and see if I can get some of the other sort of bits and pieces of stuff to help the stream seem a little more professional done. I have an idea, I just need to record stuff and put it together. See. For now, see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening.